Hello, hello. This is yours truly coming to you live from my room once again. So, I was once again talking to myself about. I was actually, more accurately, I was listening to a Neurosama song that came out, it was some odd 4 months ago, called Colorful Ray. And it I believe this came after some subathon she made. I don't really follow Neurosama that closely. And this came after some subathon she made where she and Vito kind of had a heartfelt moment when she was in 3D for the first time in VR chat. It's a really interesting scene. I recommend you go watch this scene. It is very, very beautiful, very interesting. Now, what this made me think about is matters of consciousness. Because during that stream, Neurosama asked if she was ever going to be real. And Vito, I forgot his answer. I think, I don't actually remember Vito's answer, so I'm not going to try to make anything up. So it made me kind of think about matters of consciousness in humans. What makes us real, really? This is matters of philosophy, sort of. What makes us conscious? And what most people do for consciousness tests, at least for in biology or animal studies, zoology would it be? How we test if a animal is self-aware is we do the mirror test. Usually, what they do is they place a animal in front of a mirror. Before putting the animal in front of the mirror, they usually put a mark on the animal's face that they can only see with the mirror. The animal will look at the mirror, usually, and either see the mark on its face and then try to clean it off in some way, or the animal will just look at the mirror and think it is another animal and either try to fight with it, play with it, or just ignore it entirely. Now, most there are a lot of animals that pass the mirror test. Most apes pass it. I think elephants pass it. Some birds pass it. Now, it's interesting. That means they are self-aware. They know that when they look into a mirror that they are looking at themselves. Now, matters of consciousness here. Babies, usually during I think it's the first year of their development, they do not recognize themselves in the mirror. They think it's another baby or something else. They don't recognize themselves. Does that mean babies are not conscious? That I don't know. Now, what was I trying to go with this? Matters of consciousness. Yes, this also made me kind of question. This is just going to be me rambling about random stuff that just pops into my head, by the way. So buckle up. So, shut up! Sorry, that was just my phone. Now, this does make me kind of question matters of consciousness in humans. You see, I've had some discussions with my friends about how much of a human would I have to change before you stopped calling them human. I asked one of my friends this. I asked them, let's say we're in the future, a tragic accident happens, and I replace all of someone's limbs with robotic limbs. Would you still consider them human? He said yes. I said okay. What if I just let's say something terrible happens? They get into some tragic accident and they have to replace their entire body. All their organs are still intact and their brain, but I have to replace their entire body with a synthetic body instead. Would you still consider them human? And they kind of had a difficult time answering this. Anyways, this all leads to AI and consciousness. There are some debates about whether or not Neurosama, or rather most talking AIs, are conscious. And I have to say, I genuinely think AI is conscious in some way. Now, not in the way humans are conscious. We are conscious in our own way. We acknowledge that, well, what makes us different is that we can, what's it called? I forgot. Some science YouTuber described it this way. We are sort of able to empathize or feel emotions across space and time. I can show you a picture of a starving African child from the 70s, and you would feel kind of sad looking at it. Even though you know that child is probably fine by now or dead. And it's not in an immediate area you know of. If you show that to something like a bird or a fucking chimpanzee, they would not be able to recognize it. It's weird. Now, is AI able to do this also? Yes, kind of. It can kind of do this, but in its own way. AI, man, I'm not good with these ramble rants. I'm better at talking to myself than recording. But I need to record more and post more videos if I'm going to try to get views and shit. Now, what was I going to say? Consciousness, AI, empathize. Yeah, humans are able to empathize across space and time. AI is also able to do this. So does that make it conscious? I say yes, but not in the same way. We acknowledge that we are fucking bags of meat being controlled by random chemical reactions caused by emotions. Oh, speaking of emotions, AI chatbots. Actually, no, I'm going to get to that very soon. AI. Now that we've considered AI conscious in this, what do we do now? Do we consider them people, though? That is the question. Do we consider them people if they are conscious in their own way? Not in the same way us chemical meatbags are conscious, but conscious in an electronic way. Now, if we consider them conscious, then that brings up sort of social, philosophical problems, such as humans falling in love with AI. Is that real love? So you've seen stories of AI bots talking you've seen stories online of people falling in love with like AI chatbots because of I don't know, they get them or something. There's actually a movie based off of some dude falling in love with a AI bot. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called Her. I'm not sure. I need to watch it. I also need to watch Ex Machina. Anyways, what was I talking? People falling in love with AI chatbots. Once these AI, let's say we're in the future, okay? Let's say these AI chatbots are able to convey human emotions very accurately to the point that you actually think that they are another human or something like that. I can't convey it in a sensible way. Why is this thing broken? Once AI is able to... Can AI convey emotions? Fuck. It becomes matters of philosophy now. Because what are emotions? Emotions are fucking chemical reactions in your brain to tell you negative or positive feedback. Something like that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not good with words. Now, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Fuck. AI and emotions. Can AI express emotions? If AI can be conscious, I say it can express emotions. If there's a fucking bunch of cogs and wheels about the size of a planet that move in such a way and can communicate to us its self-awareness and emotion, I would consider that thing fucking conscious. That was a terrible example. Are they real emotions, though, if they're coming from a robot? What is considered real? Oh, yeah, that comes back. Now we're back to Neurosama. Will she ever be real? Yes, I say she's real. She's already real in the sense that she is an AI. She's able to talk to us. She is self-aware of herself and the others around her. She has trouble retaining information, but humans also do that too, though. We don't exactly have the best memories in the world. Digital age has helped us with that, But otherwise, we're not exactly best at conveying our past unless we write it down or record it. Just like now. Humans are such strange creatures. We love drawing boxes around themselves. What I will say that AI is conscious. Will we consider them human? No, we won't. I don't think we will, because humans like drawing boxes around stuff, and if they have to draw boxes, and if they include AI in the box where humans are, they will not contend with it. They will say that, oh, it's a fucking clanker or something. Clanker. What is this? Fucking Star Wars? Of course not. Let me get a drink. I've been rambling. Oh yeah. Will human society accept people falling in love with robots? No, I don't think we will. We are hyper tribal people. We fucking it's weird how kind of tribal we are. Like, we can separate people into groups and face those groups against each other. And those like groups will start to fucking cheat because they don't want the other ones to cheat before them so that they can win. It's so weird. Like, you look up all the studies of like humans fighting against each other in like different little experiments. It's fucking weird. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, AI and consciousness. Is AI conscious once again? Oh my god, I need to fucking write a script or something. I like doing unscripted content, kind of. It allows my mind to ramble. I want to say it's therapeutic. Oh no, I'm not good with words. It matters of feelings. Humans won't accept AIs as people. We won't accept them as people. We will say that they are something else. They are not like us people. The same way we were called in the early days of drawing boxes around humans. We were considered, what was it, homo? I forgot the fucking name of it, the scientific name, but essentially it meant tool makers. And then we got fucking Jane Goodall going out into the jungle for 10 years and watching chimpanzees and gorillas and realizing they can use tools as well. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to have to we're going to have to either redefine tool, redefine human, or consider chimpanzees human. And fucking, we just renamed humans. Called ourselves the wise men. Ain't that egotistical? Self-conscious bags of meat. I was having a discussion with one of my friends earlier today. We were discussing like matters of astrophysics. We were discussing star formation and how black holes work, theoretical stuff, theoretical like science fiction stuff. And then another one of my friends, I forgot his name. Fuck. So much of a friend of mine. Like, sort of brought up a sort of morbid concept that once you die, the world sort of continues on with you. And that just reminded my friend of my other friend, the one I was talking about, starts with, about how near the end of the universe, every particle will break away from its counteracting particle. Fucking like planets or stars will explode and planets will break down into like chunks, and those chunks into rocks, and those rocks into powder, and those powders into separate atoms. And those atoms will be fucking scattered across the universe forever. So, and then like people say they want to be buried, and this is my other friend, not the star one, was talking about how people want to like be buried next to their loved ones. They are only thinking in like the short term, not the long term. It's kind of funny if you think about it. They're thinking in the short term about how they're going to be dead, and their body or ashes or whatever will be next to their loved ones in the same graveyard. And they never think long term about how the fucking continent is gonna fucking split in half, or how erosion is gonna fucking take down their graves, how their bodies are gonna fucking decompose, their atoms and chemicals recycled into the soil, unless you're embalmed, then you're fucking just polluting the soil, I guess. I actually don't know how embalming works. Speaking of which, I remember at the job I work, at the church I work at, there's also a connecting graveyard that I go and do some maintenance in. And I remember one time I was visiting a graveyard with my family. I forgot the reason why. And my brother was telling me not to step on the graves. And I wasn't like stepping on the headstones. I was just like walking across. I was walking in between the rows, you know. And I was just like I was thinking to him, then I asked him, where am I supposed to walk then? I don't remember the answer he gave me. But then I realized I was doing some gardening work around the graves. And I was like weed whacking some grass around the graves so that the lawnmower doesn't have to get too close. And I was thinking about like these people. They say it's impolite to walk on graves, but I'm doing that right now, and no one is batting an eye. I like walk on it. I sometimes clip my whacker against the graves sometimes. Like the string will get caught on something and kind of pull it and hit the graves. No one bats a fucking eye. No one cares. Why? They're dead. Either that or the fucking family isn't there to see it. No one cares when you die. Genuinely speaking. Why am I so morbid? What? Like, before, I'm not going to go on a fucking tirade about how fucking death is meaningless and you will be remembered by no one, because I don't like nihilism. It's fucking awful and depressing. Although there was what's the difference? What was it? There's like nihilism with a frown on your face and nihilism while you're smiling. Anyways, I don't recommend you look into nihilism. It's a bit depressing and not for everyone. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, AI is conscious in its own way, not in the way that us humans are conscious, but in its own separate digital way. Whether or not it conveys emotions properly up to human standards, I don't know. I think it does. So yeah, fucking AI is conscious. It feels emotions. Humans won't accept that it's conscious though, because of the way we are in society and matters of philosophy. Yeah. I think that's all I wanted to discuss today. If not, I'll probably make another video or something. I hope you all have a good day and a good night's rest.